Can you? Yep. So he's unmuted already. So it looks good. And you are online.
Okay, so it's working.
Started the streaming.
Yeah, streaming is on.
Yes.
Okay. One more thing. This one.
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds as usual.
Okay.
Missä ne loput opiskelijat on? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are even slides here, so this is nice.
There?
Yeah, yeah. It shouldn't be here.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know. And look at that. So we are almost in time, getting ready to get started. This one just needs to be put it
Mm-hmm.
on.
Okay.
Uh, what's the wrong? Yep.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. So now because the only participants don't hear me well, because you're using your mic, so
Yes.
it's gonna be something that the introduction will be non-existing. So you're just getting started,
Okay.
and later you will see how this turn out to be from the YouTube. I'm gonna be here learning. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Perfect.
Greg's gonna be delivering the lecture about artificial intelligence and okay in mechanical engineering in a mechanical engineering framework. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. About simulations and others. Okay. Okay. So
Very good.
welcome everyone. Yeah. My name
Now,
is.
now you see
Yeah.
just one more thing.
Okay.
Here,
Okay.
that's right.
So.
Here is the where you see the comments. Very hard to follow that. It's almost impossible.
Okay.
If
So
there's any
yeah.
comments, I will let you know.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Thanks. Okay. Good. Yeah. So once again, yeah, maybe my name is Grzegorz Orzechowski, and I am postdoc researcher at the team of Professor Mikola. And because my specialization within the lab is about reinforcement learning, artificial intelligence, and heavy machinery, today I will talk about artificial intelligence methods that are applied to heavy machinery. So in mechanical engineering, how we can take use of it, what it is, why do we bother, why you also should bother about it, and as title suggests, towards robotic heavy machinery, yeah, why we want to reach this goal. Okay, and just very minor note, yeah, because this talk is about artificial intelligence, and I suppose that you have heard about recent developments within the artificial intelligence. I decided to use one of the state-of-the-art generative networks also to create this kind of nice photos. So within the next more or less 10 slides, all the images images that will be shown on my presentation were generated artificially, yeah, using AI with some simple queries. Like here, I ask about showing realistically looking excavator and wheel loader, and we get this kind of the photo. Okay, so I will start shortly about talking what is AI, because it's a very hot topic, and I believe that it can be very confusing of what is it, yeah, what is inside the AI, yeah, because it's far more than, for example, neural networks. Then we will talk about how to use our domain, so the simulations, in connection with AI, and why it matters, what we can do, and how we can support automation with those techniques. Next, I will show some research results that we are getting and the goals that we are aiming to. And here you can see the note that if you want to try to make this kind of images by yourself, I have used Bing Image Creator. At least, it's free of charge at the moment. You can just generate, I don't know, 25 within the week or something like that. And of course, it's Bing, so you need a Microsoft account, but this is how it goes. Because it also seems that the companies start to really heavily monetize those AI solutions. Because if you want to get access normally to this kind of content creator, it starts to cost something. But okay. So, what is AI? Yeah. So artificial intelligence. Yeah. About the definition of artificial intelligence, it's rather vague. Yeah, because it just states that you want something to be more intelligent or be more smart. Yeah. And because of being super vague, yeah, it also means that it's very broad container that you can put inside here. So here I just propose two definitions of AI. Yeah, that are those one at least are created by humans. Yeah. So definition depends of what we want to get and what we are discussing about. Yeah, because we can discuss about thinking or acting. Yeah, because there are two different things. If you should think as intelligent beings, yeah, like humans, or we act as intelligent beings. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so this. Yeah, I should maybe check how to get rid of those. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So here definitions are more technical because they are about acting. Yeah. So if you act intelligently, of course, then someone will preserve you as intelligent being. Yeah. So there are two possible roles to think about: acting humanly and acting rationally. Yeah. So one is, of course, about how to mimic humans. Really sorry about that. I don't know. I suppose that there is some kind of hidden settings that was set by accident somewhere in PowerPoint, and it switches it in the intervals. Yeah, and of course I have no idea where it is. So yeah, and yeah. But okay, yeah. But as you can see from those definitions, very vague. Yeah, it's just doing things at the for where people's are better. Yeah, still better. Yeah. So how to make computers do things at which at the moment people are better now. So this is about how to act as a human, yeah. And the next one is about how to act rationally, yeah. Because so artificial or computational intelligence is the study of the design of intelligent agents. But again, it's very vague. Act as a human, act intelligently, yeah. But we have to deal with this. By the way, yeah, so of course, those two definitions implies that humans do not always act rationally, which is, I think, quite obvious, yeah, so that's why. And also, this last item about acting rationally is the thing that gives us access to mathematical framework, yeah, because while acting humanly is something that it can be just hard to describe because it requires to get human, into the knowledge and study the behavior of the human. It's separate stuff. But for us, from the perspective of engineering, mathematics, and similar, the thing that matters is about rationality. Yeah, because rationality is something that we can describe mathematically by using, mathematical optimization. But okay, yeah. And just maybe one thing, yeah, that at least the image that is created here, I found it a little creepy. I don't know how about you, yeah, because as I generate them using this. I think it's called some kind of artificial intelligence art creator, yeah. So here I just type what is AI, yeah, just to see how it works. And in general results, it's quite nice, yeah. This looking woman that it looks, that she's surprised, and with this question mark about AI. But as you can see, there are for sure some details that look creepy, yeah, like this face expressions, yeah. It's unsymmetric, so I suppose that it should, mimic that you are surprised a little, but it doesn't look very well. And one of the big challenges for AI is about making fingers or hands, yeah. And as you can see, or they are strangely shaped, and others, yeah, especially that one, this stump out there. I don't know if you can, bend it that way. So, yeah. But yeah, it's quite nice. So in the abstract stuff, it's more about that. So then I ask ChatGPT about what is AI. So it provides me quite nice text, and then I ask it to make it bullet points, yeah, out of it. So this is what came out exactly from this question that I just log into ChatGPT and ask what is artificial intelligence and make it a bullet point, yeah. And this is the answer, and I just copy paste it. And of course, this, as you can notice, this answer is pretty nice, yeah. I'm sure, but I don't know if anybody knows. Do you know how to? Yeah, because it's a little annoying, that's true. Okay, here's some duration. Okay, because I don't think this is one, that's true, yeah, because it's more about slideshow. Okay, let's try it. Oh, it's perfect? But I put it in presentation mode. Okay, so no, in YouTube it's incorrect. Yeah. No, at least here it shows me the reader viewer, so it's okay, that one. Okay. So when I ask about what is AI, it provides very quite concrete and quite nice answer to it. So first of all, it's a field of computer science. True, yeah. It involves developing intelligent machines. Yeah, so the core of AI is already in the second point, that perform tasks requiring human-like intelligence. So yeah, human-like. So yeah, it's not exactly human. So it's somewhere between. So we can, pretend that it's about being rational mostly. Tasks include learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception, natural language processing, and decision making. Of course, this is one of the list of the things that are included in AI. Yeah. It's hard to tell which one is the best, but for sure it includes those essence parts like learning, reasoning, problem solving, perception that are very crucial. A system can be designed for specific tasks or general intelligence to learn and adapt to new situations. This is already on the border, yeah, because with our computer stuff, it's mostly about specific tasks, because the general intelligence, this is kind of the aim, but nobody have seen it, and who knows, yeah, but it can take quite a bit. AI is used in various industries, of course, yeah, it's true, including mechanical engineering. AI has potential to revolutionize the way we live and work. Nice summary, yeah, and it's quite true, and it's already happening. Experts believe that AI will play a critical role in shaping the future of humanity. Like for a summary, for some kind of even essay of work, yeah, I think it's quite nice. So I don't know how about you, but I would be happy with this kind of results. It's far too long for a presentation. Yeah, it can be. I suppose it should be splitted, into many more parts. But in general, I think the results are nice. I don't know. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it's okay. And also this picture is okay, but now when you say about these fingers, they look really creepy.
Yeah.
Also, these unsymmetric faces, like
Yeah. On the computer, it's even worse. Yeah, because here you see it on the beamer. Yeah, so the quality is a little lower. But when I generate it and just put it from just computer, it was, far worse. It
yeah,
looks
that's
far
why I
more
think
creeper.
this surprising face, what makes it look unsymmetric.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's totally unnatural.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can try, yeah, by your own. Yeah, and I think that you should try by your own. So okay, so I include the next slides also to show you some of those arts. Yeah, because
Created by this system as well.
yeah, I just type artificial super intelligence. So this is
This one.
yeah, yeah. And also, I don't know if you have noticed because I get also that one. Okay, that one it was also generated uh, by AI.
Really?
Yeah,
This is
excavator and wheel loader.
okay. They're looking pretty realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Because I asked it to make realistic, excavator and wheel loader.
Wheel loader, is this a small one? Is a wheel loader?
At least I asked about it.
It doesn't look like a
Yeah,
wheel
I
loader.
know, I know. So, it may require some tuning. So I know it's far from being perfect, but it's usable. Yeah, in many cases, it's very usable. Here also was generated, yeah, because I asked about something that looks like brain with circuits inside, yeah. Here we discuss about this, and here artificial superintelligence, according to artificial intelligence, looks like that. Of course, it's all this is based on human creations, yeah, because this is how it learns. But still, yeah,
How is that they think, why is that the system thinks that the AI is a female?
I think that humans often show it that way, but not
Yeah, but
necessarily.
maybe females are more intelligent than males.
I don't know. Okay, I think that we shouldn't argue about this.
I guess we always have that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I know that if you strip out hairs, in general, average human face is indistinguishable between females and males.
Mhm.
So I think it's the anthropogenic, just yeah. But yeah, but the types of AI we have artificial intelligence, super intelligence, general intelligence, and narrow intelligence. I don't know if you have heard about those terms. But artificial general intelligence is said that is intelligence that is capable as human intelligence. Yeah, so it can make some reasoning and all the different crazy stuff that people are able to do. Super intelligence is above it. So in theory, it's intelligence far above the average human intelligence, and narrow intelligence is just below it. Yeah? So it's domain specific. And as you can imagine, every current AI solutions is of course in this narrow intelligence because then it can create those images, but the model that can create these images can create only images, yeah, and it cannot do many other things, like control the devices. No way. The same ChatGPT can discuss with you, but cannot. But it's just discussion tool. Yeah, it's very powerful, quite powerful at least, with the discussion.
And also the ones that are controlling the machines, they can only do that.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Anything else.
So yeah, so at the moment we have only this narrow intelligence, and of course, when the people tell about what they are afraid of, is that when the rise of artificial general intelligence will be here, we won't have means to control it and to transfer into artificial super intelligence.
Yeah, because we have some warning examples like this documentary about this Terminator movie.
Yeah, yeah. For example, yeah, or
It's not a
this,
documentary, but
Matrix, I believe, and others. But yeah,
but it can happen.
yeah.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but there was this some kind of request to stop the development of artificial intelligence
Yeah.
for 6 months. It was hard for me to understand what's the deal with the 6 months and why.
I think that they want to discuss it. I think that okay. I think that it was exactly about Chat GPT, not to get from 4 to 5,
Okay.
to stop it, and just to regularize it better. I believe that some countries in Europe already banned Chat GPT.
Did
Yeah.
in Europe?
I think that Italy, I don't know if they were discussing or they effectively ban it, but I think that in Italy they want to make a law that will ban, accessing. But I think it's connected.
So have you guys tried to, if there is an exam about multibody, did you try to use this this tool to answer those questions? Or is it able to do even that? Okay. So it's okay. I got it. I got it. I need to test that another day
Yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah.
heard that in some of the subject matters, even in the universities, the answers are better than an average professor answer. I heard. I don't.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah. Okay, but if there's like, okay, what about business case, this and that, then
yeah. Yeah, but just like here, it's very valid answer, and it ticks all the points. Where it is, what is includes, yeah, the definition, what are the main points, and then some applications, and then summary. I think it's,
very good.
yeah, it can be.
Really?
Or for example, make a summary. So yeah.
But so if I would like to make a really nice, perfect English document, it can help me to do that. Make it better. Really? Okay. What about this language? Sorry that we're taking a little bit aside, right? But what about this language tool you're using? Is that based on artificial
Of
intelligence?
course,
It is.
of course. Yeah,
Of course.
we are talking about Grammarly. Yeah, yeah, it is. Of course, and you have to be wary because sometimes it's it gets it a little over. It can switch your meaning from step to steps. Yeah, especially if you make several corrections. Yeah, I figure out that if you correct something, that because it's not only correcting your grammar because like the and other stuff, but it's also tries to sometimes reshape your statement or statements for better understanding, for clearness,
A little bit too much work.
and after a few steps, yeah, it can a little change your meaning, but in general, it's very useful.
Did you make this drawing too by using that same tool?
Yeah.
Every single drawing is based on that.
Up to now, yeah, and I think two more.
But this really makes no sense.
Yeah, because I just put very vague statement here. I ask, draw me learning, perception, and planning, or learning, knowledge, and planning, something like that. So it must be quite abstract because I use abstract terms, but still,
But this
it looks quite plausible. I don't know. How do you think? But it looks okay. You can put it for example, the cover of some music album, for
what about
example.
this first statement there?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a little random. Yeah. It doesn't understand what it's doing. Yeah. So, and by the way, yeah, all the time it gives you four images that you can pick from.
Okay.
By the way, yeah. But yeah, about components of AI, I think that okay. To be honest, after why I would delete this slide, I just leave it because of this photo. Yeah. yeah, just to show it, because we already have seen it in the other slides that learning, knowledge, perception, planning are important, as well as action and communication. But there are many important parts of AI. But okay, and okay, subfields of AI. Yeah, because I think that this might not be always so clear. What are the fields of AI? Yeah, I suppose that also here there are many divisions, yeah, but one of those is like that, of course, machine learning, yeah, with all those deep learning, various learning, unsupervised learning, supervised learning, reinforcement learning, and many other stuff. So everything that aim at learning of the computers. Knowledge-based systems, I think that they were very popular, this kind of expert systems, that they try to gather the knowledge of the experts and put it into the system that you can just, find this knowledge and ask question and similar. I think that IBM Watson, for example, was one of the famous examples here. They hold this computer vision, yeah, so how to recognize what is on the photos, how to segment it, about the motion and other stuff, very important. The whole fields of robotics, and here we can see also the photo of the robot. When I ask about the robot that is cutting the trees in the forest and make it kind of painting like. Then we have NLP, natural language processing. Yeah. Another field, automated planning and scheduling. Interesting, yeah, and very needed, because even if you want to do robot something, the question is how to do this. Yeah, if you want to make it clean the room or cut the trees like here, and the whole branch of the optimization. So I suppose that,
Something in the robotics, they're using this automated planning and scheduling.
yeah, of course, because
They're using
yeah,
computer vision and they're
yeah,
using
yeah, 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 yeah,
machine learning.
yeah,
So everything is in a robot. Not everything.
yeah, but a lot.
Natural language processing, maybe not so much.
Yeah, but yeah, on the other hand, if you want to give orders for the robot by using your voice, then you need NLP. Yeah, and optimization is based on many stuff. Yeah, but often it's used differently. Yeah, but yeah, robotics is almost everything. That's why we want to create robotic heavy machinery. Yeah. And how do you like this image?
Not very good because, what is going on on these
I don't
things like
know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
they need to know the wires.
yeah, yeah. The other ones was even stranger. Yeah.
It has, and what the heck is this thing that look like a little bit like a head? Is this a harvester? You ask like, okay, make a harvester robot.
Yeah, or the robot that cut the trees. But yeah, yeah. But it's nice experience to test it, of course. Yeah, yeah. And this is example that was shown by them. Yeah. But now is the key point that I believe that every one of you and many others should try and learn how to use those tools, because they can really make an impact, make a difference, and simply uh, well, when we ask companies about AI, they are really willing to use it in many, many ways. They feel the potential there, but the issue is that it's hard to find people that know AI truly. Yeah, and so that's why I believe that it's important to carry education like here, to have this kind of courses like now, or maybe make these courses into larger modules. And
So let me ask you this, not you, but others. So should we have in curriculum of mechanical engineering, should we have a separate course about artificial intelligence? I think we should. Yes, I think we should. Because right now we speak so much about this sustainable this and that. By the way, sustainable means nothing because everything is sustainable. Everything. There was a only thing excluded from the sustainable was the military applications, but since the war started, that too is a sustainable. So, but that's what they say. That the reasoning, it's like okay, people
yeah,
are making
yeah.
it due to the war, and because the war, their life will be easier in the future. So it's
Hmm.
sustainable. That was their reason. But so we have a lot of this green, this and that, but nothing about artificial intelligence. And I think we should.
And also, AI is one of the most promising way to make things sustainable.
Correct, correct. And then what's going to happen? That there's going to be a game like that.
Well, it's still limited because here we have this automated schedule and planning, so there is a lot of back work for the human to do. Yeah, like you have to make this plot. Yeah, but on the other hand, if you stack many of those devices, algorithms, I suppose that you can get some, you can create something really. Because for example, I've seen ideas of using Chat GPT to make scenarios. Yeah, and if you make this kind of scenario, maybe you can tune it a little, yeah. But then maybe you can use it with this kind of the tool that make photos, and then the tool that make animations, yeah.
So soon you can make a movie. You can make a movie like that.
Maybe it won't be Pixar movie yet, yeah. Yeah, but it's getting better, yeah. And all the people are discussing about this, so now they show it for public, yeah. So they ask about people, to make those photos. And then some people claim, yeah, but it's nice, but this head is strange. There's something in there, And based on those feedback, they're also improving those algorithms. So, for example, now they are also, paying more attention to those fingers to make represent them better, and so. And then there are stuff that you can trick, those systems. Like, for example, there was this famous question about how many legs has hippopotamus at the back end or back right, yeah, or cat, yeah, and so and so. And you write some stories, and then it says, yeah, so hippopotamus has legs, yeah.
What,
But
by the way, is this LA2?
okay, yeah, yeah. So, so this is okay. So DALI 2. So this is those are algorithms like that one to generate those photos.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So based on the description, yeah, like this retro robot and so and so. So based on this verbal description, it tries to create some kind of those images.
Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that in some universities that ChatGPT is not allowed to use.
Yes, because
I don't understand why not.
it's I think because
It's like not allowed to use computers. Okay. Okay. Now, so okay, because I don't know this so well, but can if you use the same keywords, can you get exactly same text out from the chat GPT? Because I think that you cannot get the same. So then it's not the proper reference because the reference should be something that you can go and check whether or not this is the case.
yeah, but I suppose that they want to, to make it clear, yeah, that because I think that it's considered cheating. Simply, yeah, that like almost like plagiarism. That you just ask, describe this and that, and so you can write the topic of your, for example, report or some other stuff, and then it will be created. So your involvement into this part will be close to zero, can be. So I think that it's simply it makes some sense, yeah.
But what is the point to learn something that is already out? I mean, that you can get it that easily. What's the point to memorize something that you can get from the chat GPT just like that?
Yeah, I think that you should at least read it, to get some, general feeling about the topic. So I think this is the reasoning that, from ChatGPT you can just ask, copy paste, and submit.
Okay. Okay, because it two-way
Yeah,
answer.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, but then it makes sense. Yeah, I think that still, I can understand that there are controversies in using this, especially at schools. Yeah, that when because the kids should learn how to write this kind of essays, how to structure it, yeah, and this can hinder it, yeah. But on the other hand, you should also learn how to ask proper questions from this kind of the tool, and to leverage it, because you can just make, for example, a plot of it and then use it for creating better stories.
Yeah, I understand that. But because I'm so old, so at my time in university, it was so important to memorize those complicated equations for nothing. So that was a major waste of time and effort to memorize
Yeah.
all that, because in best possible scenario, you can memorize it until this moment you do the exam. As soon as you step off from the exam room, it's all gone. So what's the point? That was hard for me to understand
Yeah,
back then. I still don't get it.
it's not so easy, I believe,
Yeah.
because I think the premise is that still something stays. Yeah, at least some rough idea of application
Mm.
and similar stuff. So I think it can have some uses. But okay. But okay. So, but this is quite fundamental questions about education. So at least I would encourage, if you haven't even tried, yeah, some of you, then go and practice those tools. Yeah, they can be really useful. And I think that for us, for proposal writing, to write the first copy of it, it can be also quite useful.
We'll do it.
Or some introduction, yeah. Then of course you can do. Then you should, we cannot copy paste it. We have to, make something out of it. But still, yeah. And about more concrete stuff and more about machine learning, there's plenty of Python tools, yeah, that gets into machine learning, robotics, and many others, yeah.
So you also recommend us to take a look at this stable baseline tree
It depends, yeah. There are many others, yeah, yeah. There are some simulators and others. Depends on the task, yeah. Because there is OpenCV if you want to get into computer vision, yeah. But at least those are the tools that we are using at the moment. So, of course, next question is, why do we want to automate machines? Yeah, and to be honest, no. The answer is, on the one hand side, quite trivial. On the other hand side, quite important and recurring through the human history and the main drivers for the development. Yeah, so we want to save lives because what by what, but those heavy machinery can be harmful to humans and as well and environment and others. Of course, make work easier because I don't know, you have seen some of those cockpits of those machines, but to master them takes months to years. And of course improve productivity, yeah, because humans seems to be not so, it's very hard to find skill operator of those machines, for example, yeah.
So
So,
this is what I learned from Porsche. I don't know if this is entirely true, but they said that only 10% of all the operators are productive, the really good ones. 90% are not causing much of the damage, but not producing any money.
yeah,
I don't know if this can be true or not.
I don't know, yeah, maybe, but it means that there is plenty of room for improvement. Yeah, and I believe that their work is quite stressful. If you get into middle of the winter when it's some kind of storm and you have to cut those trees, with pure visibility, with all those complex equipment and various terrains, I believe it can be really frustrating. So yeah, another factor is of course that we are in very good times. I hope that we are not too late to get into it, yeah, but I think the times are very good because simulations became very fast, high fidelity, very convincing, also for the heavy machinery. And now there is this trend that we want to span the use of digital models or virtual models, virtual products through the whole life cycle, not like it was in the past that it was used mainly for design and then it was forgotten and or used for another design. Here now we span to to maintenance, to operation and other stuff, and find new ways in development. And of course, developments of robotic systems accelerates heavily because of all those advances. You have seen, I suppose, those Boston Robotics, creations like those Atlas that it's running, making park touring. Of course, it takes time, effort, and it's not so obvious. Yeah, it's still in the close environment, but it's getting better, pushing it forward. And of course, advances in all these artificial intelligence methods on many fields that allows of a lot of this. Of course, not everything goes very well, even in robotics. Here you have a photo I think it's like 3 years back, that they were testing somewhere in the US this automatic delivery system. And they have some system, of course, to avoid obstacles. But the problem was when those few of those machines meet each other, yeah, because they have the same algorithm, so they knew how to avoid obstacles, but they didn't know how to avoid themselves. So human factor is still important, but yeah, if they make most of the work automatically, human involvement can be decreased heavily. And now is the question how to use this, all this that we are learning, so this multi-body system into AI. Yeah. So how to leverage our simulation and those automatic tools into AI. Okay. And what is important that this is what we can do in practice at the moment now. Yeah. So we can create those realistic, very fast simulations that can make, like here, this human in the loop actions. Yeah. And it includes many of the phenomena, including those mechanics, so the mechanical formulation we are learning about, actuators, in case of hydraulics here mostly, environmental modeling with those soil system. And then if we add some control system, that we are ready to prepare good product that can be quite easily, of course not super easily, but quite easily deployed on the real machine. So we want to leverage computer simulations to develop all those systems, yeah. And one of the main ways is to generate synthetic data. Okay, I suppose that will it. And it even hangs. Yeah, it seems so. Yeah, of course, I can describe what was there. Yeah.
Can you try to go back with your?
Okay.
No,
Why?
why it disappeared? It is kind of there, but it's not visible.
Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, it was YouTube video of the Google robots farm. Yeah, this famous example that you can train the system without synthetic data. Yeah, but they use like hundreds of robots put into yeah into their laboratory, yeah, and make some pick and place actions or recognition and others. Yeah, so it's possible, but there are a few issues. Like it's hard to put 100 excavators somewhere in the field and ask them to dig something, just like that. Yeah, it's time consuming, and it's still costly. Yeah? And still, Google can afford it, but there are not many examples of the companies or universities that can buy just like that for this kind of single test, 100 robots and run them. So yeah, so generated synthetic data, it's very important stuff. Yeah, if you want to deploy something useful using reinforcement learning or other artificial intelligence case, we need plenty of data, high quality data, and usually our simulations, high fidelity simulations, can provide those data. Of course, kind of with those simulations, we try to predict the future. Yeah, it's not a new thing, but can be used in quite unique way because by predicting what will happen in the future, based on different control inputs, we can choose the best one. Yeah, there are arguments for that.
These videos, I need to type of Google. What?
Yeah.
Robot. Because I don't find it. Google Robot Farm. Was it a farm?
I don't know. I would.
No.
Okay, about farming. Yeah.
Okay. So it's Google Robot Factory. No.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So maybe you can provide the link for that video later. Or is it visible now? No, somehow disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was there.
It was here.
You can, yeah, there. It is playing. I think it is playing now.
Okay. Maybe.
It is playing now. Large scale data collection. Okay, so it was simple like that. Here now there is an. Uh,
So yeah. So we have to take a look on some cleaning of the honey for a second.
so they've been just working and learning by that.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. So this is this famous example that say that despite those algorithms are data hungry. Yeah, of course they try to find a way to make it less data hungry, but I don't know, curriculum learning and similar stuff. But in general, still they are quite hungry. So yeah, so they create this kind of yeah farm of the robots that can really learn it. But still, if you will replace each of those robots by excavator,
Mm.
it can be.
But this is still very controlled environment.
Yeah, exactly.
This is not very complicated
Exactly.
environment.
Yeah, yeah. It's control, so it's quite easy to ensure that they won't harm, because for sure, also, robots like that, industrial robot that already has kind of, control systems embedded that, for example, prevent them from making collisions.
Mm.
And it's not the case for example, those excavators. Yeah, you have to equip them. Usually they are designed to be controlled only by humans, so they do not have any special safety measures. So yeah, generic synthetic data are very, very important. Predicting the future, yeah. And then we need this kind of dedicated machine learning models with an environment. And this is also, we have discovered by our research, this is skill by itself. Yeah, because okay, you have the model, but model is not enough, because you have to have a way to control this model. And there are specific procedures to control model. And for example, environment is important. Maybe you have heard about domain randomization and other stuff. So it's not so simple. Yeah. So we have found it really challenging. So there's plenty of the room for improvements for every one of us to get there. And of course, some experience in control methods. Yeah, we are also not very experienced in the control methods. And like here with this robotics, having control, basic control for the robotics allows you to progress with artificial intelligence control faster. Yeah, as in excavators, we do not have any kind of the control. It's also make it more and more difficult. Okay, now it works, but now we don't need you. So here is another example. So here is kind of environment that it's shown. This is another, I think this is promo video from Meva that can show that with Unity 3D you can make really nice environment, that it's looking well, but there are so many problems with this when you want to really use it for learning, that it's even hard to tell where to start. It looks nice, it's good, yeah, but it's not enough for those algorithms to learn. Yeah, so this is difficult, because while all the surrounding is nice, take a look that this work field is flat, more or less, and we are more interested in to make this work field, interesting. Maybe to have some stones there to make it more natural digging, yeah, to make this shape different, to make it changing, to climb or find a way, and many other stuff, yeah. So one thing is visually appealing, like for the humans and for the games. Another thing is to make it useful for the training. So getting proper simulation software is already a bit of challenge to tick all those needs that are required for learning. Yeah, we haven't. This is we try with different software, Everyone has this weakness, but companies are aware. And even when we discuss about this, despite that, AI is not so heavy use in robotics, heavy machinery, and multi-body dynamics, when we discuss with the people to use it and about the software to apply it, those methods, I think that they are very positive about this. So it just needs time to be solved. Environmental modeling, this is more about us. And it's still a little different than just creating the model. And it requires us to know AI, because if we don't know what are the rules for creating AI into those intelligent agents, we cannot create good environments. We can create great model for the machine, but that's all. Yeah. We need the whole environment and whole the structure, and we need to tell this device what means to be rational. Yeah. Still, it's up to humans. There are ways to get this knowledge from the operator, but it's another topic. Sensors, how to put sensors, how to get sensors, yeah, especially visual sensors. They are very popular, but they are one of the most difficult to simulate. Efficiency.
Because in a simulation model,
Yeah.
we see everything and we have all the information we want. But in the real life, we cannot get the same information.
But
That's the problem.
not only that, this is rendered image, yeah. And if you train, I'm talking now about even camera sensor, because you can mimic it, yeah? Because we have access to everything, so we can pretend that we have access only for the sensors that are on the machine, yeah. But if you put camera on the machine, it's very hard to transfer learning from the camera in the virtual environment to the real camera, because still, this kind of realistic rendering, it's very far from being realistic from the perspective of the computer vision. So this is huge issue. Efficiency matter a lot. Yeah, I suppose that you have heard about real-time efficiency here, or real-time capability quite a bit. Yeah, and it's minimal must. Yeah, it would be perfect if it runs like 1,000 times faster than real time. We need so much data to train it well. And if you have uncontrolled environment like here that can have very different shape, obstacles, and many other stuff, it really rises the challenge by a factor of 10. Real to sim to real, so great that we can make all this in the virtual environment, but then we want to put it on the machine, or maybe get some information from the machine to the virtual environment. Another branch of AI that you have to be aware and know about this. And domain randomization, very important topic. So for each simulation, for example, this terrain should be different. Maybe machine should be even different. If you want to have camera sensor, maybe it should be even different colors, weather conditions, lighting, a lot of stuff. Okay. And here, just this, how the framework for training of this machinery looks like. Yeah, I will just skim over it. But in general, as you can see, there is quite a bit of this, still the human component. Yeah, like task definition, task planning. It was about this automatic planning and scheduling. Now it's done mostly automatically. So if you tell the robot, to harvest the forest, yeah, it won't work at the moment. Yeah, you have to tell that where is the plot to harvest. Maybe sometimes select what trees to harvest at the moment. Yeah, and then hopefully it will be able to plan how to get to those trees, and how to cut those trees and how to leave them or put it there. Next part is localization and mapping. That is essential for those machinery, because you have to know where you are and how your environment looks like. Yeah, so you have to have those sensors. This is called SLAM. Simultaneous localization mapping. So you get the sensors, you create the map, and and you have to localize yourself within this map. And of course, GPS is not everything, because it's not usually accurate enough, and it won't tell you that is the tree in front of you. Yeah, it's another algorithm. So you need this kind of sensors like lidars, cameras, and others to make it. And at the very end, yeah, when you have the task that you have to forest this, harvest this forest, then you will harvest this batch of the forest, and then you decide that you will harvest those trees. Next step, how to get to those trees, yeah, how to drive there and put yourself in a position that you can do this localization and mapping. And the end at the end there is interaction with the environment, yeah. So how to actually, make it, use this tool to cut those trees in proper places and so and so. So you can stack it into this way, yeah. And of course, when you have those bits on the information, it's easier to handle it. And now we are, because of this emphasis on simulation and how to use simulation in the automation, we usually deal at the moment with the last part. Yeah. So with this interaction with the environment, there are existing SLAM solutions. So for our needs, we could use already make solutions, or we would rather, go with our partners that actively play with this. So yeah. So yeah, it looks like it's quite feasible to do this. And here it's a little from the other perspective when we dig into more details now about the control and the importance of the control and various aspects of the control. Yeah. So starting from the low level control to high level control, I think, okay, so we position ourselves into the middle. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, with the higher control level, we can get higher assistance level for the operator, hopefully at some point, fully automatic systems, yeah. And all this require time. And here this is shown an example of log handling. Yeah, still log handling is easier than tree harvesting. Yeah. That for the very low control, we can have this control like in robotics, like the position control. Yeah. Then with the position control, we can quite easily get to controlling of the endpoint of the machinery. Then, how to avoid all those obstacles. So then we will be capable to do stuff that robots can do for quite a bit time, but, because of deformation, hydraulics and other stuff, and not so well-defined environment, it was never done still, yeah. And then we can start going to those high-level development goals. So yeah, plenty of the room for improvement still, and for the work for us engineers. Yeah, so this is our work done some time ago. So here's the design of how to control this kind of the excavator to make simple digging. So as you can see at start, it really doesn't know at all what to do. And yeah, but slowly. Yeah, maybe it should go faster, yeah. So yeah. First trials weren't very successful, of course, because this was training from the start. But the end, it was able to put some earth properly into this hopper. Yeah, maybe not ideal. Yeah. But there are many missing parts here. So this is this kind of the scenario that shows that this is possible at all. Yeah. Now there is a lot of things that should be done to improve it. So after training neural networks, and I think here we use PPO algorithm. Yeah, but you know what is the main limitation of this example? It's still.
If you want to make another pocket, then it's going to be another set of traits.
No, even different shape of terrain, and also task description was very detailed, and sensor information was very dense.
Yeah.
So there are,
Yeah.
yeah. So then, to make more basic research, we switched to pendulums. I don't know. Yeah, this is the the favorite example, for mechanical engineering. Okay, it's favorite is normal pendulum, but because we have control normal pendulums, it doesn't make sense. So we invert those pendulums, and to make it more enjoyable, we stack several of them. Yeah. So here is one of the response algorithm applied to this quadruple inverted pendulum. Here is another applied to double inverted pendulum. One is based on learning, another is on searching. Uh, I think that the best result would be by complementing each other, but it's also a longer topic. And yeah, the thing that we want to do now a little more is about yeah, working with this kind of example, yeah, like this Patu crane. So quite simple, hydraulically actuated. So it's more remind this kind of the robotic example from the Google. And now, yeah, we, it's quite easy to control it in a simple way like here, yeah, but we want to make it far more robust.
Avoiding obstacles, that's going to be
Yeah,
big challenge there.
yeah.
Not long ago, you sent me a link about this video where there was this sim to real to sim. I don't
Hmm.
know how it went. And they made this obstacle test by using this big truck. That was this truck that they're using in
Hmm.
games.
Hmm.
And there was a smaller car, and the purpose was to avoid the smaller car.
Hmm.
And it didn't break. They
Yeah,
just went through it. I don't know if you noticed this video, but
yeah,
the smaller car was completely damaged.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's a challenge.
It can happen.
Yeah, and of course, yeah. So plenty of the things to do, a lot of ideas, and I'm sure that if we start digging into some of those ideas, yeah, we will get even more. But we gain experience, get better into the field, start knowing people get that work with those core AI algorithms. And even quite recently, I have seen on Quora, it was questioned if it's not the case that currently this AI field is too crowded, yeah. And the answer was that not really, yeah.
Too
That
crowded in a sense that there's too many.
people involved, yeah. That at least no, of course it was the answer from just one people that developed those methods, but they do not feel so. Yeah? That there's a lot of hype about this. There is a lot of talking about how to use it, but the people that really are into it and making it, developing it, and using it, so it's far less. And also, as you can see, this is like even in the Nordics when they ask that, like most companies want to use AI, but also most of them have issues with using them, and one of the main problem is lack of people that know AI and know how to use it. So they are really willing to use, but it's difficult.
Okay, so this is an interesting question. So if you think about the AI course in our curriculum, do you think it is necessary to be aware of all the details of the theory, or is it enough to be able to use it? Do we need to be aware of
So
a certain level of the theory to be able to use it in a proper way?
yeah, but it's very vast field. As we have seen about how many applications do we have, and for example how many things we have to care about to even build some simple capable system. So we have to focus, yeah. And I think that it should be quite a bit about applications. I think it's more from the engineering perspective because I don't think that we want to create a course how to develop AI.
No, I don't think so. That's going to be too hard.
Yeah. So this is domain of computer science as it was written by AI system, yeah. And we are not in the computer science, so we want to just learn how to use it, how to apply it. Yeah, we need some basic understanding, to know what to expect. Yeah,
Mm.
but I think it can be very condensed information. Yeah, and then practice can be more important. But okay, like from my side, this is everything.
All right. So any comments, questions?
Yeah,
the biggest?
it's difficult question for sure because I don't know if we can easily spot every single one. Yeah, for sure, one issue is that this field is a little behind the development. For example, in robotics. Yeah, so while robotics has already learned, yeah, what to do and how to progress it, it's not the case here. Yeah, those machines are designed and used by operators, and that's all. Uh, so I think that just engineering, a lot of engineering work is required. Yeah, so I think that we can put most of the components. Of course, we cannot, most likely we cannot build an autonomous system because for sure we had the issues with the computer power and generalization. But at the current state of the art, yeah, I think that we should be able to make a decent assistive systems. But a lot of engineering work is for sure required to tune those systems to our needs.
So assisting system, not autonomous.
We shouldn't. Okay, we aim in autonomous systems on the proposal level, but what we want to get here mostly is about assistive systems. But i- once again, it depends on which level of assistance we are talking about. Yeah, because there are many levels. Even like here, yeah, supervision and assistance can go through all this. Yeah, so even if we can get the system that can cut trees by itself, yeah, and get to those trees, then we have still this task planning. And another thing is that we will get this configuration of the trees in the harsh environment that cannot be recognized and handled by the AI. It may be 1 by 100. We need to have these assistive systems, at least with human supervision, and that human can get even into the mode of teleoperation. Because we have to, I suppose, develop, cut 1,000 of those forests, and then make it more bulletproof. Yeah. So I think it's unfeasible to think that we can get into the full automation as well because of those reasons. Yeah, yeah. Even if you will get very good system, there will be something surprising that will happen in the because those environments are so unpredictable, and there can be very different. Yeah, and the combination of the slopes, weather conditions, slippery, and other stuff. For example, we know how few things we know about the soil. Yeah, and so how to drive into the soil. Yeah, we cannot model soil well. Yeah, for example. Yeah, so there are so many those engineering small details that are solved somehow. Yeah, but and they are and in robotics, what have I learned? They are just solving those engineering issues by using some heuristic ideas and then testing this there in the nature. Yeah. Like for example, I have seen those examples of those robust walking, those dog-like creatures. Yeah, they make some algorithm and they, just try to tune it somehow that it can handle various types of the, even if it's slippery, even if there are stairs. Yeah. So there is not even doing this that they recognize everything, assume, model it. No, 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 no. No, they create the algorithm and try to tune it, adapt, learn.
So things looking better than they actually
Uh,
are. Many things.
yeah, yeah, but they have to be bring there. Yeah, and as I understand, companies are struggling with very basic stuff. Yeah, okay, because I also was discussing with some representative of those heavy machinery, and so why they cannot drill a hole in the make system that drill a hole. Yeah, and one of the issues is that they do not know automatically where this boom is.
So even the location where the
Yeah,
blade is located is
yeah, 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 yeah. Because of the flexibility.
human can see clearly.
Yeah, yeah. Because of the flexibility, for example. Yeah, even they have no sensors there, and I don't think that they are willing to. They have no models for it for the flexibility. Despite that, we have those flexible models for those 50, 80 years. Yeah, like Timoshenko works and others. Yeah, yeah, but they still haven't used it. Yeah, because there was no need. So there is clear, the digitalization of those industries. It's
Still not here.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Okay, yeah,
Because
yeah,
this,
great to
to me,
hear.
those figures are really something to think about, and this chat GPT is something that I need to check out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm
Something
sure
I need to
that.
check out.
Yeah,
Each of these figures. Hmm,
and I think that it requires some.
what's the best at this? Lily is the best picture because when
Yeah,
you look at it, like, okay, you copy paste this from the website, so you're making some violation against this copyright issue. But when you mention about this thumb and everything, then you realize that no, this is something weird is going on here.
yeah, yeah, but it's quite nice. Yeah, 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 it requires some tuning, but overall, and all this is based on what is AI. So even the amount of information, because like here we discussed that of course it gets better result when you write that, show me the photo of the robot on the legs that it's standing somewhere, yeah, then you provide quite a lot of background information. And here what is AI, yeah.
Not much. So what about when you say excavator and front loader?
Okay, all right, wheel
One of them
loader, yeah.
is very good. Another one not so much. It's
Yeah,
like a tractor and then something else.
yeah, but I suppose it can be tuned as well, but you have to learn it. Yeah, because for example, they advises you that you can use some kind of description of what do you want to get. Yeah, like maybe some kind of the art, painting, and others. So that's why I think it's important to use those tools. Yeah, to experience them by themselves. Also to find all those limitations.
Very good. Okay, so we're gonna see next week Tuesday. Then it's gonna be more stuff about. I mean, the things that I'm gonna explain to you a little bit about the career counseling and final section about the career counseling and then closing things up. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you also.
No questions from online participants. So
Okay.
we're gonna